Welcome back to the David Pakman Show. I am Farron Cousins from Ring of Fire, sitting in for David Pakman today. Well, folks, we've only got a few more stories left to cover, and I want to make sure to get them all in, so I'm not going to waste any time. Here we go. Joe Rogan, host of the Joe Rogan Experience, this week suggested, in a talk with a former CIA covert officer, he actually suggested that it's the Democrats that are slow-rolling the release of all of this horrible information about the alleged crimes of President Biden. During his conversation with Mike Baker, again, a former CIA covert operations officer, Joe Rogan said this: "I'm an armchair conspiracy theorist." Now, that's a no-brainer. "But if I had to guess, I would say that all this stuff that's coming out slowly but surely about Biden is on purpose. They want to get rid of him. I think he wants to run again, and I don't think the Democrats think that he can win. I think they're right. And I think they're going to slowly but surely expose more of these like very clear pieces of evidence of corruption. The 20 million is bananas. The fact that this isn't all over the New York Times and the Washington Post and mainstream news, that they're not blaring it from the rooftops, because, you know, they would be if it was Trump." To which Mike Baker responded, "Oh, absolutely, or really any, it wouldn't matter. Trump or whomever would be on the GOP side." Rogan continued, "I think they're slowly releasing this stuff because they plan on getting rid of him. They have enough trust in the Democratic establishment that they think that Democrats would figure out a way to run the country better, even with a puppet, than they would with Donald Trump in office." So it's the Democrats releasing all of this information that has in fact been released by Republicans. You can call yourself an armchair conspiracy theorist all you want, but it's literally being released by Republicans in the House Oversight Committee, the House Judiciary Committee. They're the ones that come out with all of these claims that are then later not substantiated. I mean, honestly, when he says the 20 million, it's bananas, I had to research and find out what the hell he's even talking about with the 20 million. And that is apparently, allegedly, according to bank records that have been obtained by Republicans that they've actually had their hands on for months, where they say that Hunter Biden, the Biden family is actually the way they phrased it, the Biden family has received $20 million from all of these different foreign entities. But it turns out, as usual, that's not the real story. The story is that Hunter Biden's business got the 20 million, and it was actually split between him and his business associates. There is still no paper trail, no banking trail leading it back to President Biden. And there is no indication at all that this money was somehow illegally obtained. You may not be happy about the business deals, but that doesn't mean that it was illegal. You know, and Joe Rogan, like, "Oh, I think the Democrats are doing it." If the Democrats were in charge of releasing any information about a president's child or child-in-law receiving money from foreign governments, then why aren't they hyping the $2 billion that Jared Kushner got? You want to talk about buried stories? I know 20 million's a lot. 2 billion is a lot more. And even that one is still like not even a story, because it may be unethical, but there's nothing illegal about it. Like, we have not been able to trace that to any kind of, nefarious plot. So it's gone nowhere. But this is ridiculous. Listen, if there was real information out there that President Biden committed a crime, I'd be one of the first people to talk about it, okay? But it's not. This whole thing is stupid. And that's why you have to resort to being a conspiracy theorist to buy into any of it.